conic section is, conic section मतलब it is a intersection of a doubled napped cone and a plane. So we'll start. So when, how the डबल नाप्ड कॉन, कॉन मतलब आपको पता है ना, कॉन आपने पढ़ाई किया है, कॉन लाइक इन योर 10th class 9th class you have discussed, we have discussed about cone. Cone मतलब this kind of shape, right? This is cone, isn't it? Can you see? I draw there. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. So double napped cone मतलब this kind of shape, like डब इसको बोलते हैं नाप बोलते हैं. So double nap cone मतलब ऐसे दो shape. This is known as double napped cone. So ये एक double napped cone and a plane. सिंपल एक प्लेन, एक प्लेन डबल नैप कॉर्न को कट करेगा, कट करेंगे तो आपको डिफरेंट डिफरेंट शेप मिलेगा. दैट शेप्स आर नोन एज कॉनिक सेक्शन, दैट शेप्स आर नोन एज कॉनिक सेक्शंस. ओके, सो सबसे पहले ये डबल नैप कॉर्न कैसे मिलेगा, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. सी दैट. So two lines, one vertical line and one any other line, so they intersect at one point. Now what we are going to do is, this slant line we are going to rotate with the, so ये वर्टिकल लाइन को हम स्ट्रेट पकड़ेंगे, देन उसको चेंज नहीं करेंगे. ये जो स्लैंट लाइन है हम रोटेट करेंगे. तो सो वैसे रोटेट किया, देन हमें एक पर्टिकुलर शेप मिला, दैट इज नोन एज द डबल नैप्ड कॉर्न. Just to understand, it is not that much theory in it, I will just briefly tell you. So this is known as double napped cone. एक vertical line and एक slant line. सो वर्टिकल लाइन फिक्स है, वो दोनों इंटरसेक्ट हो रहे एक पॉइंट, उस पॉइंट को about that particular point that slant line is rotated. See, we got a shape like this, then this is known as double napped cone और डबल राइट सर्कुलर कॉन भी बोलते हैं. So it has two part, you can see that this upper part there is a cone, lower part there is a cone. Then we rotate about this particular point, that particular point is known as a vertex of that double napped cone, नहीं तो double circular cone. So the line we rotate, not the vertical one, the line that we rotate about that particular point, vertex, that is known as generator of the cone bolte, generator of the cone. And that fixed line, that is known as axis. The fixed line is known as the axis. That the line which we rotated, that is known as the generator of the cone. The point of intersection of the generator and the axis is known as the vertex of the cone. इसको बोलते हैं राइट सर्कुलर कॉन, इसलिए बोलते हैं कि उसका बेस सर्कुल होगा, सर्कुल होगा, इसलिए राइट सर्कुलर बोलते हैं, सर्कुलर बेस होगा. एंड राइट सर्कुलर कॉन का स्पेशलिटी है कि दैट एक्सिस इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द बेस. Without this also cons can be come, like I told you in 10th class, I think I told you like this. Like 1 second, I will show you. This is also con, like this kind of, this is also con, but this is not right circular con because the axis is making acute angle, not the right angle. ठीक है, आपने कॉइन ऊपर रखने के बाद ऊपर रखने के बाद आप स्लाइटली पुश करेंगे तो साइडवेज जाएगा. So that is also a cone, but you can see that that is not a right circular cone, because a right matlab that angle here must be 90 degree. Perimeter of that base, that is known as the directrix of this. This just names, just listen, or this is not that much important. So ये जो lateral surface area of that cone, that is known as nap. That is why I told you the name double napped cone, because ऊपर भी एक nap है, नीचे भी एक nap है. ऊपर का नैप को बोलते हैं अपर नैप, नीचे वन इज लोअर नैप. That's why it is known as double napped cone. Yeah, you can see one angle. You can see one angle between the axis and the generator. That angle is known as vertex angle. Just understand that. That's the basic terms. So इसके बारे में ज़्यादा डीप कुछ पढ़ाई करने के लिए हमारे लिए नहीं है. सिर्फ आपको पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज मीन बाय डबल नैप्ड कोन, व्हाट इज द एक्सिस, व्हाट इज अ वर्टेक्स, व्हाट इज अ वर्टेक्स एंगल, इसको क्यों हम डबल नैप्ड कोन बोलते हैं, ये सब चीज. Now coming to the main thing, conic sections. As I told you, conic sections are the figures that we got when we take the intersection of a double napped cone with a plane. देखो, so the plane is intersecting in different way. You can see that uh, एकदम vertical, एकदम horizontal, थोड़ा slant. तब you can see that you see the different shapes are obtaining. Like here you can see this. देखो ये थोड़ा slant है. So इधर देखो the point of intersection. इधर देख लेना जो plane and the double napped cone. When you take the intersection different ways, you will get different shapes. So when we take the intersection of double napped cone with a plane, we will get different polygons or different shapes. So that shapes are known as conic sections. So first of all, you see like this is the first one. The plane is एकदम horizontal to the double napped cone. एकदम horizontally cut किया. So you can see that that intersection is a circle. Okay, so circle is a conic section. Okay. See, when you take the intersection of a double napped cone with a plane, here we are changing the position of the plane. Now the plane is ekdam horizontal. So you can see that the intersection is circle. Now देखो, now what happens is I made the plane little slant. It is not ekdam horizontal, थोड़ा टेढ़ा कर दिया. So that time you can see the shape formed there is not a circle, it is known as an ellipse. Got it? It is an ellipse. देखो that angle now देखो थोड़ा और टेढ़ा कर दिया, like ऊपर से कट कर दिया. So you can see that the shape that we are getting is known as a parabola. So first of all, ellipse. See this? So इसका थियरी ज़्यादा पढ़ाई करने के लिए नहीं है, आपको समझना है कि so the main thing is आपको पता है vertex angle here, you have seen this vertex angle here, this vertex angle, this is known as a vertex angle, This vertex angle is the angle between the axis and the generator. If this is the angle here, this is the angle between the plane and the axis, the plane ka line and the axis. If this angle is more than the vertex angle, then that intersection will, that is a theory actually, so we don't need to go to the theory. I just want to tell you for your information only. If that angle between the axis and that plane, if that is more than the angle between the generator and the axis, this angle, then the plane will be like this is a, it will be in this kind of position, slightly like this, slightly cutting that ellipse, slightly cutting that cone. So that time the shape you will get is known as a ellipse. Now when it is perpendicular, the axis and this plane is ekdam perpendicular, that ellipse becomes a circle. So इसका definition है कि जैसे vertex angle and the angle between the plane and the axis, if both are same, then you can see that it will cut like this, not slantly है तो इधर से cut करते था, you can see that जब ellipse के case में it is cutting like from here, actually it is cutting from here, इधर से cut करते था, बट इधर आप देख सकते हैं ये ऊपर से कट कर रहे, देखो इधर से, you can see it is cutting from the above portion से कट कर, बाकी जो इधर से साइड वाइज स्लैंट कट हो रहे था, ये एकदम ऊपर से ही कट हो रहे, उसका टॉप से ही कट हो रहे. And this is known as parabola. Another one is hyperbola. अभी तक हमने जो देखा, जब प्लेन एक ही नाप को जो इंटरसेक्ट करेगा, एक ही नाप को एकदम हॉरिजॉन्टल इंटरसेक्ट करेंगे तो आपको सर्कल मिलेगा. अभी जो स्क्रीन में दिख रहा है ऐसे इंटरसेक्ट करेंगे तो एलिप्स मिलेगा, देन ऊपर उसका माउथ से नीचे कट करेंगे तो आपको पैराबोला मिलेगा. अभी दोनों नाप को कट करेंगे तो नाउ सी, दो दोनों नैप्स को व्हेन इट कम्स लाइक दोनों नैप्स को कट करेंगे तो सो उसको कट करने का आइडिया है कि जैसे दैट जो एंगल बिटवीन दैट प्लेन एंड द एक्सिस इज लेस देन द vertex angle. So just leave it, just see that how the intersection comes. See, so this shape is known as hyperbola. So what we have seen till now is four cases: circle, ellipse, then parabola and hyperbola that we have seen. Now another one is degenerate conics. See this, I will tell you. देखो प्लेन एकदम सेंटर से कट किया, एकदम सेंटर से कट करेंगे तो the point of intersection is only one point, that vertex itself. Okay, एकदम सेंटर से कट करेंगे तो, एकदम सेंटर से इंटरसेक्ट करेंगे तो the point of intersection is only one point. So a point is also a conic section, but it is a special case, they are known as degenerate conics. Okay, so here when the plane cuts horizontally means ekdam at the middle, so what will happen, the point of intersection you will get only one point. Okay, so the point is a point is a point of intersection of a double napped cone and a plane, so it is also known as a conic section, but it is having a particular name, they are known as degenerate conic. See, in this case, you can see that you will get a line like this. If you cut like this, the intersection is a line. The yellow line, you can see that. Hmm? And एकदम एकदम मिडिल से सीधा एकदम मिडिल से कट करेंगे तो you will get two lines, two intersecting lines. See, in the first case, it is at cutting exactly through the middle, so you will get a point of intersection as only one point. Here you can see that if the plane cuts like this, so the plane, you can see the plane how it cuts. So you can see that only this line is the point of intersection of the double napped cone and plane, and इधर एकदम middle से ऊपर से एकदम middle से सीधा vertical cut किया. So you can see that the point of intersection is these two lines. So a single point, a line, and a intersecting lines, a pair of intersecting lines. They are also point of intersection of a double napped cone and a plane. Point, a single line, and intersecting line. So they are also known as conic sections, but they are special case. They are known as degenerate conics. So that's all. So when a plane intersects a double right circular cone, two-dimensional curves called conic sections are formed. There are three types, actually not three types, four types are there actually. But circle is a particular case of ellipse. That is why here in this video they said it is ellipse only, because circle is also there: circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. But circle is a special case of an ellipse actually. So this is just how it formed, the theory behind that. That angle between the plane and the axis is greater than the vertex angle. So vertex angle bola tha, so angle between the plane and the axis. If it is greater than the vertex angle, ellipse is formed. If it is 90, that angle between the plane and the axis is 90, it is circle. And if it is, they are equal, angle between the plane and the vertex angle between the plane and the axis and the vertex angle, if they are equal, it is parabola. If the angle between the plane and the axis is less than the vertex angle, then it is hyperbola. That is what we have seen. But uska usko chhod do. So if the angle between the plane and the axis is equal to the vertex angle, then parabola. Here it is greater than the vertex angle, it is ellipse. But when the plane is perpendicular to axis, the ellipse becomes a circle. That's why either they said only three types of conic: ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. They consider circle as a particular case of ellipse. Okay. So that's all about that introduction part.